Welcome to a journey through the vibrant canvas of Eugène Delacroix's artistic legacy. Born in 1798 and leaving an indelible mark on the artistic landscape until his passing in 1863. Delacroix was a visionary artist who pushed the boundaries of conventional norms.
First of all, our explorations begin with the Rebecca and the Wooden Ivanhoe, 1823, by Delacroix, a masterpiece of medieval chivalry, showcased dynamic brushstrokes and vivid plates, blending transition with evolving styles. Next, the Natchez, 1834 to 1835, influenced by Chetabret's Atala, delved into historical and social commentary, exploring the complex nuances of the human experience through the voyage of two young savages on the Mississippi. The journey concludes with Jacob Wrestling with an Angel, 1850, a timeless masterpiece reflecting Delacroix's enduring legacy and custodianship under Karen B. Chohan.
By these three masterpieces, each capture a unique stage in Delacroix's development, offering a profound grasp of his aesthetic theory. Together, they form a complex mosaic of his inspiration, revealing the symbiotic relationship between the artist and social-cultural context. In this brief exploration, we invite you to appreciate Delacroix's contribution, sparking a larger discussion on how art has the power to alter our collective awareness. Join us as we delve into the genius of this visionary creator and celebrate the transformative potential of art.
Let's start with the first artwork, Rebecca and the Wooden Ivanhoe. It is a painting created in 1823 during Romanticism and is now collected in the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City, United States. The dimensions of the painting are 64.5 cm times 53.7 cm, and it was executed in oil on canvas. Delacroix's use of vibrant and expressive colors with warm and cool tones such as deep reds, blues, and earth tones dominate the canvas, contributing the emotional and atmospheric qualities of the scene. Delacroix's brushwork defines characters and the environment. The visible brush stroke texture and energy to capture the emotional intensity. It also contributes to the romantic aesthetic. The dynamic composition of this painting focuses on Rebecca caring for the Wooden Ivanhoe. Delacroix strategically places them at the heart of the canvas for immediacy and intensity. In addition, the interplay of light and shadow adds to the dramatic effect.
As we can see, there are several significant features in this painting, such as bedroom layout, Ivanhoe's armor, and also the main characters in this historical novel Ivanhoe. This painting is not merely a depiction of a moment from a novel, it is a symbolic exploration of compassion, healing, and the human spirit. In addition, Rebecca's Christian faith is evident in her prayers and pleas for forgiveness during the battle's turmoil. Despite her fear, she displays her daring spirit by risking her safety to observe and provide Ivanhoe with details about the ongoing conflict. Rebecca's daring move to ascend to a window overlooking the battle reveals her courage and commitment to helping Ivanhoe. The bedroom becomes a symbolic space for intimacy and vulnerability, transcending the physical wounds of battle. This image shows Rebecca as a central figure in the composition and is portrayed with empathy and tenderness as she tends to the wounded Ivanhoe. Well, in this one, her facial expression conveys a mix of concern, compassion, and determination. In this image, the wounded Ivanhoe emerges as the central figure. Delacroix masterfully captures the knight's vulnerability. Well, in this one, it is obvious that the countenance is a reflection of the physical and emotional toll exacted by the brutality of battle. Let's look at this image and the next one. Ivanhoe's armor, once a symbol of strength and invincibility, now lies cast aside, a poignant reminder of the harsh realities of medieval warfare. As in this image, Rebecca tends to the wounds of Ivanhoe, transcending the cultural and religious difference.
Let's move to the context part. This was Delacroix's first attempt at depicting a theme taken from the well-known medieval chivalry books by Sir Walter Scott. Delacroix infuses the scene with emotional content. For instance, the wooden Ivanhoe's vulnerability and Rebecca's caring gesture evoke a sense of empathy and heightened emotion. It explores themes of love, chivalry, and the human connection at every conflict. The early 19th century, when Delacroix created Rebecca and the Wooden Ivanhoe, was a time of political and social upheaval in Europe. This painting is characterized by a focus on emotion, imagination, individualism, exoticism, and fascination with historical and literary themes. It also becomes a visual interpretation of a literary work, blending different forms of artistic expression.
The second artwork was The Nature. This artwork is a Romantic painting and it was created in 1823 to 1835. Here, let's talk about the form of this artwork. This oil on canvas painting measuring 116.8 by 19.2 cm. Now, we discover three unique composition techniques. First technique employs in this artwork, which employ diagonal composition, using mountains and sky as visual balance, creating a dynamic and harmonious interplay. The second technique, showcasing a tranquil atmosphere through a sea, employing horizontal lines, this imparts serenity and establish profound spatial depth, guiding attention to the character's emotional change. Vulture exploration reveals a triangular composition formed by connecting the female figure's feet and the head of two characters, adding vitality to the composition and guiding the viewer's gaze.
Moving to the content, we see a female figure who has just given birth and it despite the frail yet intense maternal love. The use of white highlights her vulnerability while her eyes radiate a tender welcome to their newborn. We see the new father cradles the baby with gentleness. His fatherly glance and the red clothes hint at his protective role, completing the familiar narrative. The symbolism that we might see some tribal jewelry on the artwork representing cultural inheritance or marriage within the Natchez tribe, adding layer of meaning to the narrative. The newborn becomes the centerpiece, transforming the narrative from mere escape to a profound story of family. The absence of the baby would alter the entire meaning. The land of this artwork includes torch, axe, boards, and tribal jewelry, reminding viewers of the perilous escape from the tribe's massacre.
Next, we are gonna talk about context. This artwork depicts scenes from Cateaubriand's romantic novel Atala, narrating the fate of the Natchez people following French attack in the 1730s. Portraits two young Natchez escaping tribal massacre. The vivid scene captures a father clothing his newborn while both guests loving and the child. Delacroix's fascination with romanticism is evident in the exotic portrayal of the Natchez people, blending admiration with emotional intensity. Rich in symbolism, the painting explores themes of nature, passion, and cultural clash. Lastly, shadow of tree and the interplay of light and shadow suggest the birth of nature under the protective canopy of nature. Delacroix's masterpiece unfolds, inviting us to explore the depths of his captivating narrative.
So let's take a closer look at Delacroix's third painting, which is Jacob wrestling with the angel, and break it down in simpler terms.
Firstly, when we talk about the form of the painting, we mean how it looks and is put together. Delacroix was like a director setting up a scene in a movie. He made Jacob and the angel the main focus by putting them in the lower left corner, and the dark background makes them stand out even more. The colors he used are bright and lively, and the brushstrokes are bold and expressive, giving the painting a lively feel. Now, thinking about the content or what's happening in the painting, we see Jacob and the angel all tangled up. Jacob looks serious and focused, while the angel has a mysterious look. The whole thing is like a symbol for the challenges we face in life. Delacroix wanted to show how our struggles are a bit like a wrestling match, and he added an angel to make it feel more special and important. He kept the background simple to make sure everyone notices the main characters and the whole scene feels a bit magical. Now, the context is like the background story that helps us understand the painting better. This artwork is connected to a part of the Bible in the book of Genesis. Jacob, the guy in the painting, had a complicated family life and went through a lot. The wrestling match with the angel was a big moment in his life, and he even got a new name, Israel. This painting focuses on that wrestling scene, making it the highlight of Jacob's story. And finally, let's talk about the symbolism and the spiritual significance. This means the deeper meaning behind the painting. Delacroix wasn't just showing a wrestling match. He was trying to say something more profound about faith and how we change in our understanding of religious stories. The way the figures are tangled up, their expressions, the bright colors, and bold brushstrokes all work together to make the painting feel emotional and powerful. It's like Delacroix is exploring the big ideas behind the Bible story.
In the end, Delacroix's Jacob wrestling with the angel is like a super special artwork that shows a really important part of a story from the Bible. The way he set up the scene, used bright colors, and showed strong emotions through brushstrokes make it a painting that tells a big, meaningful story about struggles, faith, and change.
These pieces of art, which our group has carefully chosen, offer a thorough understanding of Delacroix's aesthetic philosophy and thematic analysis. A close look at the form, content, and context of these works illustrates the artist's flexibility in dealing with a wide extent of subjects, historical periods, and media. The assortment resembles a mosaic showcasing Delacroix's complex sources of inspiration and the mutually beneficial relationship he shared with the societal milieu of his era. Essentially, this investigation asks spectators to participate in a wider conversation about the enormous influence of art on our shared consciousness in addition to admiring Delacroix's technical mastery. Every piece of art serves as a window through which we can explore the intricacies of human emotion, social histories, and the timeless value of artistic expression. Delacroix's contributions, which are on display in these chosen works, continue to elicit thought and conversation and highlight the enduring ability of art to influence how we perceive the world.
Moving on to the artworks. First, Rebecca and the Wounded Ivanhoe. Form. The painting features a dynamic composition with a central focus on Rebecca, tending to the wounded Ivanhoe, strategically placing figures for immediacy and intensity. Delacroix employs interplay of light and shadow to enhance the dramatic effect. Content. The artwork depicts a poignant scene from Sir Walter Scott's novel, Ivanhoe, capturing the emotional interaction between Rebecca and the wounded hero. Context. Created in 1823, it reflects Delacroix's romantic style, emphasizing emotion, individual expression, and a departure from classical conventions. Progressing on to the second artwork, the Natchez. Form. The painting displays Delacroix's vibrant use of color, intricate details, and a rich visual tapestry portraying a Native American and his struggle. Content. Delacroix depicts a Native American scene inspired by his fascination with the exotic and his broader interest in non-Western cultures, emphasizing the romantic fascination with the author. Context. Created over an extended period, it aligns with Delacroix's fascination with exoticism and reflects the 19th century European interest in Orientalism and foreign cultures. Our last painting, Jacob Wrestling with an Angel. Form. Delacroix employs dynamic composition and expressive brushstrokes to capture the intense struggle between Jacob and the angel. The use of light adds drama to the scene. Content. The artwork portrays the biblical scene of Jacob wrestling with an angel, capturing the emotional and spiritual intensity of the encounter. Context. Created in Delacroix's later years, it showcases a shift towards more spiritual and religious themes, reflecting his evolving interests and exploration of biblical narratives.